Hi, I'm City Manager Ed Zuercher. In 2014, we talked with over 50 city employees about their work on the job for the people of Phoenix. And in 2015, we're going to continue talking about doing what matters with Phoenix employees. I'm here today with George Quihuis, a solid waste equipment operator, SWEO, in the Solid Waste Division of Public Works. George, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about your job, doing what matters for the people of Phoenix in solid waste. But the way I learned to know about you is a very specific and dramatic story that you had in helping a specific customer. Tell us about that day last fall with the customer you encountered.
Well, I encountered the customer, when I started my second map going through the alley. I seen an elderly lady laying in the middle of the alley, and I called emergency and went from there. And I just got off my truck to go see how she was doing. She was doing fine, but I still called emergency and paramedics, make sure that she's doing okay.
So just a normal day, driving her out in the alley,
yes.
And you found someone who was in distress.
Yes.
Now, what happened after you called the emergency?
After I did that, my foreman showed up, and then initially the paramedics showed up. But I just, was trying to comfort her and make sure that she was doing okay. I don't know how long she was out there, but she said only the dogs were hearing her. So I'm kind of like, wow, it's amazing that, yeah. Something would have happened, stroke,
yeah.
Or whatever.
So you probably saved her life
yes,
that day.
Yes.
And is this something that happens regularly, or what do solid waste drivers encounter on their routes?
We run into different, situations. We're like the second eyes, for the police department,
yeah.
or highway patrol. Accidents on the freeway or intersections. Like me, I ran into the elderly lady. Other drivers have had other incidents the same. And hopefully, we recognize them, through that, what they do. And it's just, we just keep our eyes open.
So you're driving all day, every day. You have a commercial driver's license.
Yes.
And how long have you been driving for the city of Phoenix?
Going on eight and a half years.
And before that, what did you do?
I did different trucking companies. My father owned a trucking company that he owned, but that's where I started, basically. So
you've had a career in driving large pieces of equipment. And now, what is it like to drive solid waste for the city of Phoenix?
I like it. It's a job that I've always wanted to get into. It took me a while to get in, but once I got in, then I just started going from there, and utilize my experiences that I have, and do what I got to do.
So you started 8.5 years ago, and you're a Marcos Denisa High School graduate, but you also went to Gateway Community College, I understand.
Yes.
And how did that come about with your employment with the city of Phoenix?
Well, utilizing my experiences, with communication and with the public, I've always tend to get myself out there, put myself in a situation to where, explain it, who I am, what I do.
So you have a communication degree from Gateway, and people don't often think about our solid waste drivers as communicators, but clearly you are one. How do you use your communication skills as a solid waste driver?
Well, when a customer has a question or something like that, I try and utilize that to explain, the situations that, they're looking for, bulk trash dates, or what are the dates for pickups. A lot of customers, ask questions where, well, how are you doing today? And sometimes we just talk like just me and you are talking.
Sure.
So, I utilize that, communication with them.
So it's more than driving.
Yes.
It's a whole customer interaction experience.
Yes.
Well, that's great, George. Thank you so much for what you do. I'm sure that resident of Phoenix is extremely grateful for how you saved her life.
Yeah, and I hope she's doing good. So,
yeah, us too. So thank you for everything you do and for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Like all our city employees, George did what matters. And in this case, it paid off for one Phoenix resident. If you'd like to learn more about your city services, go to the website on your screen. For Doing What Matters, I'm City Manager Ed Zuercher.